Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
I have a parrot, apparently.
Baby.
It's going to be a long story time.
Two times.
All right. Terry, can you give me a 5x5? I want to make sure you can hear me okay. All right. As people come in, if they do, if not, you can enjoy the replay. And don't knock the decorations. It's love day, okay? Oh, bless you, little man. Okay.
Okay.
Are you good?
No.
Are you going to listen?
Where the booty?
You got to be a good boy. Okay. Your friends are watching. All right. I'm going to give this parrot on my lap some crackers or something. Okay. So we're going to do two books. And the first one, we're not changing names because it's a rhyming book and we didn't want to mess up the rhymes. Okay. We are going to have, it's part of the subject of feet. So enjoy, Rock. Okay. Jock and Spock. Okay. That's what we're doing. You ready? Gotta stay close to the microphone. All right. Right behind you, Jock said, giggling. Right in front of you. Right behind you. Right in front of you. Spock wanted to joke with his brother, but soccer always made him nervous. He closed his eyes and held on as tightly as he could. Loosen up, Spock, Jock complained, but he knew it was no use. So Jock and Spock are socks. Okay? All right. The boy who wore Jock and Spock was very unusual. Little man, I'm not that coordinated. All his possessions had to be orange, though he didn't take care of any of them. His clothes were always flung on the floor, and his toys were often broken or lost. His mini basketball had been missing for months. I'm not that coordinated. I'm half laying down here. Okay. We got to hold it like this. They can't even see it. There we go. Apparently, this little boy loves orange. Okay. After soccer, the boy used Jacques and Spock for hoop practice. Spock held his breath in terror as he shot across the room. Thunk. He landed in the hamper. Jacques came flying right behind. Above you, look out below. Thunk. He landed next to Spock, who was trembling. Jock sighed. Spock was scared of the dark. Comforting him in front of all the other laundry was embarrassing. Humdy, humdy, hum, hum. Jock hummed as quietly as he could. Slowly, Spock began to settle down. That afternoon, the brothers were taken to the laundry room. Rocco's got laundry to do, apparently. Only something went wrong. Spock went into the washer with the brights, as usual, but Jock got mixed into the whites. Uh-oh. Jock wasn't worried. Whee! He whooped and sloshing around in the soapy suds. For once, he didn't have to worry about Spock getting sick during spin cycle. After he was dried, Jock waited patiently on the counter. Getting laundered without his brother was an awful experience for Spock. The washer made him dizzy, and the dryer was so hot he nearly fainted. Then when he finally saw Jock, his eyes nearly popped out of their sockets. You changed colors. The dad had poured bleach into the washer to brighten the whites. Jock was as white as a tube sock. Uh-oh. Okay. On the way back to the boys' room, Spock nearly came unraveled. What will we do? He whimpered. The boy doesn't keep anything that's not orange. Jock rolled his eyes. Darn it, Spock, he snapped. Stop being such a hole in the heel. Spock lowered his head and didn't say anything more. The next morning, the boy yanked Jock out of the drawer. It's not orange, he bellowed. Somebody ruined my sock. Spock tried with all his might to hold on to his brother, but he wasn't strong enough. Be gone, shouted the boy as he hurled Jock into the living room. Uh-oh. Jock landed at the foot of the couch in a daze. Tweet! He thought he was hearing things. Tweet! He heard it again. Then he saw a small whistle blowing at him from under the couch. Psst! Come here. Hurry, it whispered. Jock crawled under the couch and found himself surrounded by the boy's missing possessions. There were trading cards, stuffed animals, a hat with a propeller on top, and the mini basketball. You're free, sock man, cried the hat. I'd say this calls for a sock hop. Everyone welcomed Jock, and the dance party began. It's bedtime, can you tell? Grumpy Pants back here. Spock lay drooped in his drawer all that day, staring sadly toward the living room. Oh no, he wailed. Oh no, he wailed. What will I do without him? He tried to soothe himself by humming, but he couldn't remember Jock's tune. A lonely tear dripped down to the bottom of the drawer. It sure is a hard sock life, said a pair of underwear. Maybe them's a big knickers. What is that? All right. Trying to be supportive, and it didn't help. Spock realized it was up to him to rescue his brother, but he just didn't know if he had the courage to try. The sock hop under the couch went on for days. Jock was having the time of his life, not having to care for Spock. But after a while, he began to worry. What if Spock gets turned into a puppet? He asked the propeller hat. That's his greatest fear. Chill, Sockster, said the hat. He'll be fine. I don't know, Jock replied. We've never been separated before. Spock can't stand to be more than a foot away from me. A foot away. I used to miss my hoop, said the mini basketball, but life is better here. I'm sure your brother will get a new match soon enough, and then he'll forget all about you. Jock wasn't sure this was good news. He went to bed early that night and dreamed of Spock in the dark hamper searching for a sock to cling to for comfort. It was the first nightmare he had ever had, and it nearly made him weep. When he woke up, he realized something. A hole in the heel is far better than a hole in the heart. Oh. A loud voice in the family room startled Jock from his thoughts. Young man, the father said sternly, how many times have I told you not to leave your carrot juice on the coffee table? If it spills, it will leave a permanent stain. When Jock heard this, his eyes went wide with hope. Later on, he joined the dancing again. Rock on, Sockmeister, hooted the hat. Sock it to us, Jock laughed, but he wasn't really having fun. He was only trying to make the day end faster. Well, that night, when everyone under the couch fell asleep, Jock peeked into the family room. The glass of juice was still there. Jock looked at his snoozing friends. They were fun, but he couldn't let his brother down. He whispered goodbye and crept across the floor, and then he crawled up the leg of the coffee table and over to the glass. Carefully, he lowered himself into the juice and dunked himself under. He stayed curled up with his nose in the air for the rest of the night. In the morning, the boy came in and picked up the glass. Jock held his breath, hoping his plan had worked. Suddenly, he was pulled free. Who put my sock in a glass? The boy hollered. Orange-orama. The boy took Jock back to his room, balled him up, and tossed him into the hamper where he landed on something soft and shaking. It was Spock. Jock, is that you? Spock asked when he dared to open his eyes. He saw that it was. I tried to rescue you, he cried. I really, really tried. Only the mom found me on the floor and threw me in here. And then I was too scared to climb back out. Will you ever forgive me, Jock? Will you? Don't sweat it, Spock, Jock said. I'm sorry, too. Would you like me to hum to you? Well, Spock replied, maybe if you hum with me someday, I'll be able to do it for myself. I'm right with you, said Jock. I'm right with you, too, said Spock. Jock and Spock smiled at each other. Humdy, humdy, hum, hum, they hummed as loudly as they could. Socks got to stick together, right? All right. Here we go. We're going to end it with a Love Day book. And we want to say thank you to our Nadia for sending us How to Catch a Lovosaurus. Hence the thumbnail, and it has a dinosaur. Just a minute. We're going to read Lovosaurus. Are we ready? This book is quite interesting and has a lot. It has the collective in it and a lot of the subjects that we've been studying on the round table. I thought it was quite intriguing. In a minute, I'm working. Are you going to join me for story time? Then come over here, please. Okay. How to Catch a Lovosaurus. Okay, so now we got all the collective. All right. You all get to name who they are. On the walls are posters and pictures too. Each shouts, opening day, come meet a rare find. The Natural History Museum has a new show, a special creature, furry, warm, loving, and kind. It's a Lovosaurus. In a great hidden valley, explorers discovered something enormous in size, a friend to the dinos and each living thing. He had purple fur and big, bright blue eyes. Maybe the hidden valley is Middle Earth. That's what we've been studying, right? Well, see, Rocco the superworm, he comes back in here. We got the piggies, they're back in here. See, somebody's been watching our story times, putting it together. He's called a Lovosaurus, the first ever found. His greeting had hugs and a giggling sound. Then he spoke quite clearly and said to the collective, to spread kindness and joy round the world is my dream. So happy you found me. Now I can begin my quest. Can you bring me some place to begin as your guest? So they went into King of Cups' cave that he's always in. Okie dokie. He was inside a karaoke room behind closed doors while a large crowd was waiting outside. We opened a side door to get a quick peek. He zoomed past us and we saw his backside. We're going to karaoke. It's stage. People are waiting. We must get him back, but he's with the whale. Uh-oh. Is it the map? Here's our whale. Fish and shells. You'd think he'd be easy to spot in this room. All we can find is his note on the well. This reminds me of going to the Big Knickers Island because we've been pirates before too, right? All right. These are knights in armor all around us. We see feast and jousting and horses. There's a rustle, a clang, and a laughing sound. The guard wants to know who the source is. Apparently, it's the Knights Templar, because we're studying that too. Ignore little man screaming. He's tired. So, here's the collective. I still say we're studying the Knights Templar, right? Earth, space, and planets. It's so dark in here. The amazing show lights up the sky. There's a note on each chair with a smiling face. Was that a tail we just saw fly by? I guess that's the Galactic Federation, huh? Our star families. In the African savannah with animals and more, there are so many places to hide. Behind tall giraffes or under the rhinos. How would he begin to decide? Mufasa, remember who you are. Got to. Let's rest on the benches and sit for a while. There's crayons, paper, and pencils. Well, probably no more crayons if Lee's there because he ate them all. I think that's tarot class. What do you think? Just saying. These weren't here the last time we came. Now, how did he make animal stencils? We have an opening to Egypt. Is that where we're going? He's run over now to the Egypt exhibit. There are pharaohs and even a crypt. We see gold mask jars, mummies, and signs. Then there's a loud bang when he slipped. Oh, does that symbol look familiar in Egypt? Maybe they're hunting for Thoth. Yep, you can spit. Wow. Okay. I guess these are supposed to be records and but I saw it and I thought it was toilet paper. Maybe they had toilet paper in Egypt. I don't know. Of course it makes sense. This is where he would go. He loves his dinosaur friends, and here are more notes like say hi, please, and thanks. Could this be where the chase ends? Interesting. Here's our map. It's got to be 1587 map. Okay. See? We're going to figure it out. He vanished somehow, nowhere to be seen. How could he be gone in a blink? He left us so many gifts, notes, and signs. There's a message he wants us to think. Now the collective have little notes. You rock. Be kind, listen, smile more, be sweet, be yourself, give hugs, you're great, give a grin, be happy. Back at it says theater, but it's karaoke. Back at the karaoke, the doors are now open with flowers and notes on each chair. Each different say, hi, smile, share, you're great, and one big sign, spread kindness everywhere. God, this is humanity. We spread love, not just today, every day. The Lovosaurus wants each of us to be happy. We didn't catch him, but his message is clear. We can share with everyone what's in his heart. Hugs, smiles, love, kindness, and cheer. We head back through the exhibits we'd seen. Walking through each exhibit takes a while. Everywhere we look, we see happy people. The Lovosaurus made each person smile. Spread kindness everywhere from the Lovosaurus. And that is very much so for the collective. Not just today, every day. That's it, guys. I thought I'd do a couple. Kids are tired. It's bath time, bedtime. I have to go party myself up. See what they do to me? It was fun, guys. I thought it was cute. Thank you, Nadia, for that. It was really sweet. It was quite interesting how many little subjects were in there. Interesting. I tried to pick out all the ones that I could recognize. So, all right. Tarot class, I'll see you tomorrow at 1. See everybody else Friday on the round table to welcome tarot readers. All right, guys. I love you. Happy Love Day every day. Blessings.